This business is one that requires you to have a successful person's way of thinking, a farmer's way of thinking, so to speak. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. However, you can get richer much, much quicker than the flawed plan most people are on. And if you don't believe that most people are working a flawed model, then just look at the state of the lives of the people around and witness it for yourself. Most people are on the 40-40-40 plan. They work 40 hours a week, in fact, much more than that, for 40 years, in fact, much more than that again, only to end up with a $40 watch, if that, and nothing else to show for it. What keeps them going in this flawed model is the average person's way of thinking. They believe that such thing as security actually exists and have an ever-depending need for this tiny pay packet. By now, it should be clear to many that security of a job was always just a myth, and more people are waking up to the fact that job loyalty doesn't exist anymore. Some people might not want to admit it, but these days, everyone I meet is rather clear about it. Security? What security? Not only does job stand for just over broke, but now, when you're in a job, you're just over broke with the potential of going completely broke any day. Will it be today? Will it be tomorrow? Will it be next week? No one knows. But having someone else in charge of your financial destiny is not a winning way moving forward. The weekly pay is that little carrot average thinking people have become used to, and it's also what stops many from ever achieving their true greatness. They're so used to receiving their little weekly carrot that every decision they make revolves around it, instead of making decisions that's based on their dreams. Most people are making decisions based on this meager weekly check. Business requires you to have a shift in your mentality. You need to have a successful person's way of thinking. The great thing is that the direct selling industry allows you to shift your way of thinking, do something about your financial destiny without the huge financial risk, as you're able to work it around a job. You begin working on your own business, building on your own dreams, until it reaches to a point where your job no longer becomes viable to have. That's when you can go to the office and actually boot the boss. A successful person's way of thinking is like that of a farmer. The farmer will sow the seeds, water the grounds, give it sunshine, and allow it to nourish and grow whatever time it needs. Then, when the harvesting season arrives, the farmer is able to enjoy the fruits of his or her efforts. That's what normally happens. What you don't see or hear of is a farmer sowing the seeds on day one and then coming back on day two and going, "Hey, where's my results? This doesn't work. I quit." If that was the case, there wouldn't be any farmers out there. And many economies whose source of income is derived thanks to farmers would dry up. The farming business doesn't work that way. Neither does the direct selling industry. The potential of this industry is a field of diamonds. However, similar to farming, to survive and more importantly, to thrive, you need to understand the system and develop a successful person's way of thinking. This isn't a quick fly-by-night game. It's a smart game. This is missed by those who have been conditioned to believe that for the effort they have to put in today, they need to see the reward immediately because of their average way of thinking. You need to develop a successful person's way of thinking when doing any business, and this business is no different. Initially, there is a lot of hard work with no immediate reward. When I say hard work, I mean the same hard work you would have to put in if you were to start up any traditional business, or the hard work you are probably putting in working for your boss as we speak. This is no different. The benchmark for survival today is hard work. All you're doing now by working in this industry is simply putting the hard work in a smart vehicle to reap the rewards. Now, I said no immediate reward, but I know many networkers who made money from week one. When I say no immediate rewards, I mean think of it from a point of expectation. Expectations of what you should have. Whether you make money on week one or not is irrelevant. Whether you make a lot of money on week one or not is irrelevant. You are in this business for the long term. You should be interested in the big picture, the harvesting of the field of diamonds. Now that's worth farming for. The opportunity I'm sharing with you today about the direct selling industry is only as good as the thinking the person looking into this has.